So here we are in Mangataunoja. Today is the 18th of January 2013, and there goes Bernard over there.
Travelling south from Woodville along State Highway 2, you come to the Mangataunoja River, go across that, the Tui breweries on the left, go through Mangataunoja, and the cemetery is the next turn on the right.
So as you come into Mangataunoja from the north, you'll come across this river and the bridge. Notice that it's the Mangataunoja River, and across the paddock behind those poplar trees is the Tui Tower.
So if you're travelling along State Highway 2 southwards past Woodville towards Paihiatua, you go across the Mangataunoja River, and then you pass the township collected houses which make up Mangataunoja. The breweries on the other side of the road. From this direction, you're travelling south, follow the road southwards for about 500 metres or so into the paddocks, and take the first turn to the right, Cemetery Road. Now that paddock on the corner there, and to the left as we turn around the corner, is also known as the Paihiatua Stadium, and is used for the first Super 15 match each year. Anyway, we travel along this road towards the end, and at the end of Cemetery Road is the gate to the Paihiatua Cemetery.
Right, here we are at Mangataunoja Cemetery, and this is the main gate. There goes Bernard, just saying hello to the camera. You come in through the gate and you turn around to the right where there's a path, and up on the hill above, you can't quite see it from this angle, is Tui Wood.
So here is a diagram of the Paihiatua Cemetery at Mangataunoja, and you'll note that the gate is the bottom right. Just near there is a shed which can act as our signpost. From that shed you go down that path and count rows 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That's plot 6. And the graves we're looking for are 33 and 34, and behind them graves 6 and 7.
So here is the path, and as you walk down here you'll notice that there's a path off to the right. You don't have to go along the Tui Wood, just go along to this path. There goes Bernard, and he's pointing to the big pinnacle, which is our sign, our little trademark of where to go. So you walk down to the pinnacle, and that's where the path deviates off to the right. Down there are the graves, exactly where Bernard is pointing. And so we've got ourselves past the pinnacle, down the side, and here we have the McDavitt's graves.
Pray for the soul of Francis McDavitt, died 6th of April 1903, and Mary McDavitt, died 19th of April 1913. These are the parents of Patrick Fred and James Joseph, and the original McDavitts to arrive in New Zealand on the Dunedin in 1874.
The Tararua Council run a website which has a cemetery search function, and in that they even have photographs of these graves. So these photographs here show you the tombstones.
So there's McDavitt graves, and there's Bernard, and behind the McDavitt graves is the Ryan's grave. Oops.
Patrick, beloved husband of Mary Ryan, died the 14th of September 1930, and Mary Ryan died September the 14th, 1943. So
the website actually records that 3 people are buried in this plot. Mary Elizabeth on the 7th of June 1905, Patrick on the 4th of September 1930, and Mary on the 14th of September 1943.
different years. These are the parents of Johanna Catherine and Anastasia Christina Ryan, who both married McDavitt boys.
Now you notice behind the graves, up on the hill, in the far ground there, is the strange One Tree Hill.
To find the Dannevirke cemetery, travel north out of Dannevirke on Highway 2, past the A&P showgrounds on the right, and then past the hospital on the left, and the cemetery road falls off to the right. Park near the gate at Mangatera cemetery in Dannevirke, or then walk along the sealed road to the right, down into halfway down the cemetery, and then turn left into another sealed road, and you'll find that those rows behind that second sealed road are labelled BA, BB, BC, BD, BE, BF, BG. The McGittigans are in BG, Site 36. You might be able to use that tap near the fence on the right as a signpost. Now, Patrick, Fred and Joanna McDavitt are near the sealed road, BA Site 16 and 17. There's also John McDavitt over in the World War I section, Site 14.
So here we are in the Dannevirke cemetery, Mangatera. There you go, there's a funeral being held today. And we're dead centre in the cemetery here. Pan around, you see there are graves in all directions and trees on the horizon. And there goes Bernard. Now, we're actually at plots BA 16 and 17. And if I zoom in on here, you'll get to see the details. We'll get a still of this shortly as well. So, read them out there, Bernard.
Of your charity, pray for the repose of the soul of Fred, beloved husband of Johanna McDavitt, died December 23rd, 1931, aged 44 years. Also, Johanna died October the 28th, 1976, aged 84 years. Rest in peace.
So you see it's a double grave, but also as an indicator in the cemetery there's this nice little statue of Sacred Heart just there.
So here's a photograph of John McDavitt's grave. He was a World War I veteran and died in 1942. And now here are the McGittigans' graves.
Okay, we've cleaned the stone now, so it's a little bit more presentable and easier for you to read. And here it goes.
In loving memory of Robert Ellison McGettigan, beloved husband of Anne, who died 19 October 1975, aged 80. And his beloved wife, Anne Jane, died 15 April 1983, aged 87. May they rest in peace.